Today is June 1st. The Yankees win the final game of the series. They lost the first two. Let's talk Yanks. Some stats coming your way.
High and tight.
Factual.
Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steam and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes.
And I lost my mouse on my computer. There's 4 monitors hooked up. It's just such a fucking frenzy sometimes to find this thing. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD here. It's brought to you by SeatGeek.
Nice.
Thank you to SeatGeek and thank you to Luke Burns and Pat Wagner, our most recent Substack subscribers, where you get exclusive content, really fun stuff. Here's an exclusive stat that you won't find anywhere else.
Okay.
The Yankees are now 15-4 on record days this year.
Yeah.
15-4 on record days. So that means the last game of the series, they have left town. They have said goodbye to their opponent as victors 15 times out of 19. That's pretty good, right, Jake?
James, Davis, everyone tuning in, and Dodger fans who are checking in on some tears this episode. Hey, how are you? That's really good. It's really good for us. We've talked about it through the years. Like, record day L's are really bad. And there's baseball science to it, right? Getaway days and trips and all that stuff that we felt it. I feel like some of the bad recent Yankee seasons, they were bad on record days. And there's correlation because that's one of the 3 games in a series usually. But genuinely, it changes the whole mood because if we recorded after last night's game, we probably go full goof. We might dress in like funeral outfits. I don't know. But yeah, thank you, Ryan Yarbrough. And hey, the season started today. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
No, I know what you're saying. It got interesting.
Right.
It got interesting yesterday and the day before. Got more interesting the day before. Game 1 is real for me.
Game 1 is real.
Concerns from game 1 will last and will linger. Concerns from game 2 will warrant ain't pitching in playoffs.
Not a game.
That's what that means for me.
Not a game. Yeah, and I just want to get ahead of one thing because I think there's a lot of Talkin' Yanks listeners, including yourself, that are wondering.
One thing.
Jake, what's with the outfit today if you're on YouTube? Because it's giving off.
No, you don't say the off anymore now. You just say it's giving.
It's giving off visited Times Square on my trip from Italy and put together an outfit of clothes I found on the street. You can get this shirt at the John Boy Media Store. I just realized before the show I was wearing a Brewers hoodie, and I was like, that's probably a bad reflection. But I got it, and it's a comfy hoodie. And then, yeah, I got this blue little Yankee hat. I've never worn it before, but it's kind of like cute. You and me have kind of recently changed our Yankee hat game.
Yours looks white on my screen. And yeah, I saw this post that kids in college are now having 2000s parties. Does that make sense?
Oh,
and it was nothing but
damn it.
Guys wearing short sleeve t-shirts over long sleeve t-shirts, which you've been doing a lot lately.
Yeah, too much, huh?
And like, yeah, it is decades past, but you're still doing a good amount.
Yeah. What's that about, huh?
I don't know.
I've got some interesting stuff coming up on that. For the people that are joining us on the show, Jim, you want to run them through what we're about to do?
Yeah, we're going to do some groundskeeping. That's some injury IL updates. Used to be called the DL. People got over that real fast.
Yeah.
It's called the IL now. They're not disabled. They're injured. That's why. And then we're going to burn the games that were, recap them, and the second half of the show we'll give out some awards.
Right.
Prior to the Yankees, Yankee MFer, and then some regular old awards. The theme, I think. What did you text that the theme was? Heavyweights, the movie?
I see, that's I'm going to lose a lot of people here. That's a blind spot for me because all I watched is like sports. Yeah. So I'd prefer no.
So you want sports to be the theme?
Sports would be a pretty strong theme for me.
All right.
Okay.
I'll try to do my best.
All right.
I have 7 heavyweights primed and ready.
Okay. Well, I mean, in a way, boxing, heavyweights.
I'll scrap the do it to it, Lars.
Yeah. You don't have. Do you, man?
Do you want to burn game? Let's get into Groundskeeping real quick because I got some just overall feisty thoughts.
Right.
That I want to get out. But I'll do Groundskeeping high and tight. SeatGeek code Yanks 2025. No more birds. We're going back to Zen groundskeeping noises.
Yeah.
Yankees call up Carlos Carrasco for the series finale against the Dodgers. He didn't pitch. They sent down Yerry De Los Santos because he had been thrown a lot lately. Fernando Cruz expected to be activated off the 15-day IL Tuesday, which is the first day he's eligible. Everything feels really good and effortless, he said. And Jazz DH Sunday in Double-A Somerset after DHing his previous games. He's expected to return really soon as well and play third base. So they keep him fresh at third base. Boone gave us a little more detail. He gave the Sunday Night Baseball crew more detail, saying he's good at second.
Right.
Doesn't really need to practice second. But there's a situation where we trade for a second baseman or he needs to play third, and I want to keep him fresh and advance his skill set at third so the options are there, which I don't think you can fight that much.
No, it's kind of, it's like, it's how we would conduct it. Like, yeah, Jazz knows how to play second base, and he's been good there. It'll be interesting to see how they execute on it, but I think they're being genuine in that. Because a reminder, Jazz has never played third base.
Besides last year,
Except
in the stretch.
Last year on a World Series team.
Yeah, I mean, last year we were begging them, like, why don't you just give him reps in left field in case they need it?
Right.
And they never did, and then they got stuck. So I can't really complain because I had the opposite of this complaint a while ago.
Did Trent not play left field last year? Let's not do that.
Dude, no one did.
Right.
Because Verdugo
had it
was
locked.
holding them hostage.
He was healthy. Are you worried? Do you think it's going to be a one-day pump and dump for Carrasco, or do you think Brett Hedrick and his hive are going to be sent down with Sharkey?
I'd have to look at the rotation and the days off and all that stuff because they did that. Rodon was going to start, and then they.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, they didn't like his bullpen. Or, I don't know what that was.
They said he wasn't recovering as well, which, again, the way Ryan Yarbrough has been pitching, you don't have to say that either way. But yeah, me and BBD were watching that in the lounge, and we both kind of head tilted like that didn't need to happen.
It didn't need to be said, and I don't even know if I trust it.
Right.
Like, hey, let's not throw Rodon against the Dodgers.
They don't want to have him see him before the World Series, but now they saw Ryan Yarbrough, so we might have screwed up.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, that's your groundskeeping.
Awesome. Oh.
Boone said Weaver felt something in his hamstring while stretching in the bullpen before the 9th, which is why Tim Hill pitched the 9th.
Okay. What did he
That
feel?
didn't need to be said either.
What did he feel?
Something.
Lizard? Why'd you have to tell us? David? Get the camera off, Jim. Get the camera off,
No,
Jim.
I just don't. Why did Boone have to
Get the
say it?
camera
They're just
off,
being
Jim.
honest. Who cares? It wasn't even a question I had.
It wasn't even a question I had. But 4 runs is the new save in the Yankees' head. So I guess he had to cover for that.
Oh, and Martian got hurt because he slid into the bag and did not use the hand that his sliding glove was on because those are just necklaces for your arm now, your hand now.
Yeah.
Like baseball has turned that into jewelry.
Yes.
Not what it's actually used for, which is sad and pathetic. Brett Gardner, who invented it, mad at everyone.
Yeah, I was debating if that was going to be an award later, but you're just too good at what you do. I thought we were almost through the groundskeeping. Something about burning your hand, oven mitt, sure, would have been hilarious. But I'm still waiting for the first player to go double oven mitt. Why are we being proud?
Time together.
I don't know.
Swim lessons. All right.
Okay.
Let's recap game one. No, Sunday was the most embarrassing day of Yankees baseball. The
Saturday.
players can play it off like it's just any old game. The Dodgers lost to the Cubbies 16-0. The Dodgers got swept by the Angels.
Right.
Baseball happens. I fully agree with all of that. That was when, I don't know if anyone saw this because most sane people turned it off like I did.
Right.
But the next day I went back and I watched the highlights. If you saw Pablo Reyes on the mound
Yeah.
and you weren't fucking, not even just because it's Pablo Reyes, but the style in which he was pitching as a pitcher and what he was doing and what the Dodgers were doing, and the ump didn't call a strike on one of his Evis's pitches that was a strike, and him and Wellesley kind of like got upset, like turned, like, guys, if I was like recapping so I could talk about it on the show, and physically like embarrassed, disgusted, dude. Like, that is gross. I'm actually proud now that the Yankees don't do position players pitching. Like, that's the thing they pride themselves on, and they've done it when they're up. Dude, that stunk, and game one stunk way worse, which we'll get to in the recap, because you hit all those home runs. You had Dodgers fans shit-talking Yankees fans saying, you guys are celebrating like this is a big deal. This is just any old game for us.
Right.
We won, which, yeah, they won, so it probably was. But it wasn't for me. Like, I'm being genuine.
Yeah.
I did have feelings of like, haha, like, let's fucking go. We're a different team, making it bigger than what it was. And then the bullpen blew it. And then I just sat in a puddle of my own, like, fucking, just felt gross about myself. Like, you loser, Jimmy. You were acting like this is bigger than what it was. Like, this is, you were acting little brother here. You were getting exciting over a lead after 3 innings. And I just felt like I forgot what the sport of baseball was and was acting pathetic. And then I just kind of lost like faith in the bullpen as a whole because of it, even though it's just one game. So I understand, and especially with the win on game 3 and not getting swept, that a lot of these are like what fandom is, and kind of my fault, but also that's why I like sports, because it allows me to go to these dark places that in no other place in my life do I go to them. But that was bad.
Jimbo, that's one of your biggest rants ever. I don't know you were like that. Yeah, I mean, there's very much a little brother vibe in the air, and like so deservedly so. Game 1 was brutal, man. Let's talk about it. And I feel bad for you. The only part on game 2 and Pablo Reyes rushing the catcher, getting his first career home run on that. I don't like that for anyone. I don't like that for anyone.
Muncy was so mad he popped up.
Yeah.
Right. Pablo was doing like trick deliveries.
Yeah, it's funny. Funny guy. You like him.
No. I mean, I don't know if I would like him or not. I forgot he was on the team.
Me too. Yeah. He hadn't played. He doesn't play.
No, he doesn't play at all.
Well, don't play around this Father's Day. And why don't you check out Storyworth? Today's episode is sponsored by Storyworth. You remember your dad's stories. I got a few in the chamber from Pops, from those high school varsity days. Be honest, you started tuning them out, but then as you get older, you're like, I want to tune in again. And that's where Storyworth Memoirs comes in. It's a way to capture dad's favorite memories for your family to keep forever. Each week, Storyworth emails your loved ones a memory-provoking question that you get to help pick. And after a year, Storyworth compiles your loved one's stories and photos into a beautiful keepsake hardcover book that you'll be able to share and revisit for generations to come. Great product any time of year, but like I mentioned, Father's Day, hello. Give the dads in your life a unique, heartfelt gift you'll all cherish for years. Storyworth. Right now, save $15 during their Father's Day sale when you go to storyworth.com/Yanks. That's storyworth.com/Yanks to save $15 on your next order.
Game 1.
Okay. World Series rematch, New York, LA. Buckle up and grab a snack because you don't want low Gonsolin levels as Tony twirls it for the Dodgers. And hopefully the Yankees could get freed from the World Series trash talk by new ace Max. Revenge, thy name is Judge. Oh, Tani. Thank you, script writers. It's 1-1 after 1. Austin Powers, Trent is Grish him, and the Yanks are feeling good as gold as all three go big fly. It's 5-2 Yanks after 3. It stay that way into the 6th. Showtime in LA. Ohtani hits his second homer of the game to kick off 6 runs in the 6th and 7th. Fried gets his first loss as a Yankee. Johnny, Tim, and Yeri didn't really help. Yankees lose game 1, 8-5 final.
A lot of home runs early.
Yeah.
Judge and Ohtani both homering in the first inning. That was awesome.
Come on. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I don't have any feelings, negative, positive. I'm not complaining. I'm not celebrating. I don't want anyone to read into this, whichever way they want to read into it and get mad at me.
Let's read into it.
I am a full believer that they're juicing balls in these games. Like, dude,
100
those balls were flying.
100%.
For both teams.
Yeah.
Every pitcher was turning like, what?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And, like, what was the distance on Judge's first one? I know that's something we see regularly, but that 446, like, I realize he's a guy that does that. But, yeah, I think, hey, let's be real with the people here. And we do some conspiracy theories on this sort. Sometimes we just do lies. This is not one. All right, zoom out, people. Do the business of baseball. You got one of their big promo games. They control the balls. Like, literally, they own the balls. So,
Yeah, it's
okay,
crazy.
you got a game in London. How'd those balls fly, Jim?
Dude,
You
that
got
was insane.
You got a game in a cornfield. How'd those balls fly, Jim? World Series rematch between the two biggest franchises in the sport. Both teams played with the same balls. We're not complaining about that. Just think about it from a business perspective.
I'm really not complaining.
And
it's just like,
it's interesting.
it's crazy.
It's interesting.
If anything, the Yankees benefited more in this game. I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah.
It is wild though. Like, since getting into cricket, they have another entity that controls the laws, the rules.
Right.
Not controlled by the league. The ICC doesn't control the rules of the game,
Right.
nor the ball.
Right.
Those are like other parties. Imagine that if MLB did not control the rules, it would be like, that couple, that man and woman who controlled the schedule.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's like just one of the England clubs controls all the rules. Wild. MLB controls everything. Good for them.
Go on.
The bullpen decisions I disagreed with. I think that, and I don't know now after LeMahieu getting beat up in game 3 that my complaint is valid anymore. I thought Boone breezed through. He used too many relievers in that one inning. Fried comes out. LeMahieu comes in. He gives up an infield single that's a single because the infield is in, which I don't know if it needed to be in there. Then another ground ball. Then he intentionally walks someone or walks someone. Forget. It was a walk, I think. Those were his 3 batters. I forget if it was intentional or not.
I don't think it was.
I don't think so.
That was
either.
Muncy. Muncy
Yeah.
was the intentional walk.
Yes, and that's fine because LeMahieu's not great against lefties, especially a lefty.
Or no,
like
that did count. Muncy was intentionally walked by Johnny, and that brought Tim Hill into the game after his 3rd batter.
Yes, and Muncy took Johnny deep, so that the analytics on the intentional walk to Muncy was good, but LeMahieu, they made sure to like make him make sure he can get you multiple innings before activating from the IL. And you need innings. You're tied down 1 run at that point. And then Tim Hill comes in. And now the 7th inning, you're down 1 run. You have Leiter, Devin, and Weaver. Those are your 3 top ends. Like if you're tied or you're up, those are the 3 you're going to use. You can't use Leiter in that spot over Devin or Luke. You can't. It's the top of their inning. It's their big hitters.
Gary.
I was saying I wouldn't even use Leiter if those were the 3. If it was they were up 1, I don't even think you can do that. Like it's the whole lane thing.
Oh, I think it's Leiter. We finished last episode talking about how good Leiter's been, and you are down 1, and it's the Dodgers. But
if those are the 3 pitchers, and that's the lane that has Ohtani and Freddie, who have been doing what they're doing and looking like they're doing, and the balls are flying, they don't even do that. Yeri comes in.
Leiter's the answer for me. That it should have been Leiter over Yeri because we've had a couple times. Hey, Yeri's throwing the ball nice, and the Yankees have tapped into a Yeri every year. But if you're willing to demote a guy the day after using him to bring up Carlos Carrasco, who the whole league had an option to pick up, and everyone said no, thank you, on cookies. Like if that's how you're valuing that player in this series that they openly treated differently and they talked about differently, and they were going to start Rodon if he recovered better from his last start, which again, not thinking about that. But like if you're going to do that, you got to treat it differently than Yeri. And the way Mark Leiter pitches to lefties and the way he's been pitching lately, I think he's the easy answer there because you'd want to save, in theory, for the next 2 days, Williams and Weaver to try to win 2 ball games. So that's the only one. We've talked about the Yankees over attacking with bullpen sometimes, and I think sometimes they've never believed in extra innings, which has always been a weird thing for me. But the one that stands out for me is go to Mark Leiter Jr. there. It was a day off the day before.
My complaint is leave Loizaga in. He's a ground ball guy. He's gotten ground balls. Tim Hill's a ground ball guy too. I don't know if that's worth burning.
Yeah.
Loizaga, who can give you 6 outs. That's the same thing about the World Series. And everyone's like, how could he go to Nestor? And it's like, dude, that was not the issue. The issue is he burned Clay and Weaver so quick and Canely. Like he left himself that option by making earlier just quick hooks.
Yeah, I guess I wonder where they're at with Johnny. Johnny only threw more than 1 inning once this year, and I wonder, there could be something we don't know there, Like it,
I mean, he really can't pitch against lefties that well. So I think him and Hill are becoming a platoon like Cousins and who was Cousins' second part? Hamilton? No, Cousins and
was he with Hill?
Let's see, with Hill, yeah.
Yeah, I guess Cousins and Hill, and then it's Cousins and Hill.
Yeah.
So they're becoming that, which I don't. Loizaga needs to get lefties out.
Yeah, and I guess that's where I don't have the same as much of the same complaint because with that lefties factor, that's Boone going out and trying to attack this earlier, and you have a fully rested bullpen that, if they hold there, then you still have Leiter, Weavewell.
So my final thought process from game 1, which is why I said it lingers longer. I don't like the makeup of the bullpen.
Right.
Everyone is a specialty guy. Everyone is versus this lane versus that lane. So that's going to leave you quick hooks. It's going to leave you this matchup, that matchup. So you need to go get another guy that's like Weaver, that's like Devin when he's working, that can just go pitch.
Yeah.
Need one more of those guys that they need to trade for. Hopefully Weaver's hip's okay, but that's what happened last year with the bullpen. Everyone was too specialized, and it led to quick hooks.
Yeah, Leiter's actually been the same against both sides this year, but we've
better versus lefties at times.
We've talked about he's like exactly down the middle this year, and we've talked about he still has to earn our trust a little bit, but his fastball velo has been there this year. That he's for a third guy, and dude, think about Sharkey was on a great streak for a while. He was getting everyone out with his one pitch. So yes, I'd still just want another lefty arm because, I mean, where Tim Hill's at this season, he's not as reliable. That give me a lefty that can pitch against both sides. That's where I would land.
I agree. All right, game number 2 stunk. You want to talk about it?
I can talk about it. The Dodgers have had a knack for embarrassing the Yankees, or will Warren make a memory in his young career? You bet! Go ahead and hate your neighbor. Go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven. You can justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day. On the bloody morning after her, one tin soldier rides away. Yankees lose 18-2.
What song is that?
I don't know. I sang it in chorus one year, and it's been stuck in my head for life, and I've never had an opportunity to use it. So it's called One Tin Soldier.
Is that a known song? By like comment, like how many people in the chat know that before you said it?
I don't know. In hindsight, I think this is a big thing that's probably changed in our society because I'm one of the last kids to go through chorus and people didn't film it because it's kind of before iPhones and even the tech crew at schools were we don't need to film the backup chorus kids. Dude, we sang some crazy songs, some songs that would get us on the nightly news. We sang I went to a very white high school in Connecticut. We sang a couple slave songs that I hope we're paying tribute. But if someone took them the wrong way and they've got video of that, I don't know what that looks like.
Damn.
Yeah. We covered the whole I think we were again trying to pay homage. I know some Jewish songs. I'm not Jewish. I don't know what we were doing in chorus class.
I had a few of those in my high school choir. I
We
think
sang-
we meant them
we
nicely.
sang-
Right.
I did chorus. My teacher hated me. We all just switched. We all had different homerooms. So and there was it was a hack. If you all switched to chorus, then you would be in the same eighth period class together.
Nice.
Because it was during homeroom.
Right.
So we all did that. And then we had to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to do me and my buddy Taylor had to go sing the do re mi in front of them to get checked off,
Yeah.
and we just did it monotone because we couldn't sing. I think we tried.
Right.
He just laughed at us. His name was Mr. Finch. He hated us. He was in the closet and he was mad at himself about it.
Just final chorus shout out, and this has been told on Talkin' Yanks before. I did get kicked out of a chorus class one time for farting too much, and I wasn't trying to be a goof. That was the sad part.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. And that's kind of this game.
Speaking of outdated songs, I put on Three Ninjas for James because we watch Three Ninjas a lot.
Right.
And they sing on top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, but they changed the lyrics in that song to on top of Old Smoky, all covered with blood.
Oh.
I shot my poor teacher with a 44 stud, which I don't know if that flies these days.
Different era.
That's crazy. I was like, oh my God, James, don't sing that. Mom will be mad.
Mom will hate that.
This game stunk. And
Yeah.
you tweeted out, I feel bad for Will Warren. Expound on that.
So if this was the video game MLB The Show, and Will Warren gets called up by the Yankees, he's made the team, and he has a rough early patch. He's a rookie pitcher. We were debating if we wanted him or Cookie Carrasco on the team. Will Warren then kicks into gear. He has a nice stretch, 3 or 4 good starts. Will Warren is finding his legs in this league. A lot of the analytics people like how his pitches look and what Will Warren can become. He steps up into a nationally covered game. The Yankees-Dodgers, the World Series rematch from last year. Arguably the two best teams in baseball right now. Sorry, Tigers and Phillies fans tuning in. Unless you are, that means you're a real ball fan, and we appreciate you. Will Warren, if he pitches a gem, Jim, if he goes out there and pitches 7 innings, 1 earned run, Will Warren's one of the top young pitchers in baseball. He's having a nice first half of the season. He's in Rookie of the Year contention. Could he go back-to-back with Luis Hill for young Yankees starting pitchers winning Rookie of the Year? That hasn't happened since Greg Catfish Lloyd and Lou Stumper McGee. Instead, he goes out, he throws a dud, and you open the show by saying he's not going to be a part of our playoffs. Like that's a big gap.
Hand up. I didn't have him part of the playoffs before the start. So that's why I'm saying this game doesn't concern me as much as game 1, because that's a lot of our playoff bullpen.
Right.
That I have part of the playoff bullpen. Will Warren, I don't have part of the postseason rotation.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, you never know how a season goes, and like you've always asked for you've asked for a starting pitcher to kick to the bullpen in the playoffs to be available as an option. That dude, Will Warren, let's learn who he is as a young pitcher, and I mean, this is now going to be his biggest test, but you know, his games leading up to this, Will Warren had really kicked into gear and had a really nice stretch. Jake, his last 4 games were against like bottom 5 offenses. I mean, Seattle, I hate to play that game, but Seattle and the Athletics have both hit this year. Texas has not, and Colorado is one of the worst teams ever, but that's 4 innings, 2 earned runs. Like, no, I think you're being, if Will Warren had gone even 5 innings, 2 earned runs, like he'd be having a nice stretch and you'd be like, okay, like Will Warren's a big part of this team. He has been a big part of this team.
He got broken.
Yeah.
If he could have elected off the mound, it looked like he would have elected off the mound. Like it looked like he got shook. It looked like, so
yeah.
We'll see how he bounces back from this. I need him to face another good offense. Now, granted, this Dodgers offense is so. Go watch the last couple hits against Max Fried. The Teoscar single to right is on like a perfectly executed low and away. If that's a swing and miss or a ground ball, that is being talked about like what a pitch. Then I forget the next pitch that someone hit a double off of on Fried. But it was the same thing. Like he made his pitch, and then Freddie hits that double to left, and that's bottom of the zone slider or something like that.
And fastball is 96.
Yeah, but it was bottom of the zone. Like
it's a nice
Warren
pitch.
was middle.
Yeah. Well, they're relentless, dude. They didn't have Mookie Betts in this series, and their lineup was still relentless. I mean, Max Muncy. And he does this. He goes on hot and cold stretches that when he's hot, he's one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Andy Paz has been incredible for them. And like Tommy Edman and Michael Conforto, those are guys that if you looked around on other rosters, I know Conforto's been slumping for a little bit this year, but he's actually starting to kick into gear. Like those are middle of the lineup guys. Will Smith has been the best catcher this decade. And that's before you get to the best player to ever play, kind of, and a Hall of Fame first baseman.
He went back to his 4-seamer a lot, and he had to do that in Colorado. We talked to Boone about that because his sinker doesn't move as much. But before that, he was throwing the sinker a lot. He just got rocked, dude. He in a bad way. He had nothing for him.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think there was. For a lot of New York fans, I think there was kind of that whelp moment because it was also the Knicks playoff game that it was like, okay, well, I don't have to watch this anymore. Yeah, I don't know. It's where I joked about the season starting today because they got embarrassed by the team that embarrassed them, and they blew another lead to the team that they kept blowing leads to in the World Series. So I don't know. Today's little bro stuff. Today's game was a little more important.
Yeah, and Yarbrough has faced known death a bunch.
Right.
So he had the poise of someone who was like, you can't shake me, dude. I've been DFA'd. I've been around.
And he's
I've been
gross right
been
now.
picked up. I know he's gross, but I'm saying he also just had composure. Like he's just dull out there in the best way. Every time they showed his face, he was just like this.
Yeah.
And Sunday Night Baseball, I think because they're not going to be around anymore, so they're not doing as much production where they're putting money into things. Seems like they're just letting Coney and crew do stuff. They had great stats.
Yeah.
Like baseball knowledge stats of pitch usage. They had good insights of talking to Booney and talking to players before. I felt of the 3 National League national broadcasts, as far as the words spoken by the people, not like the booths, ESPN actually had the best. And I don't always say that. I like Coney, but I don't always say that. Like they had good insight.
Yeah, I think if we're being honest, I think Yankees-Dodgers helps. Obviously, Coney is deep in the Yankees world, and the Dodgers are the Dodgers that.
And if we're being honest, I didn't really listen to the 18-2 game at all. So maybe they were good, but I was like, fuck this.
Nobody did. 18-2. Pablo Reyes. Did you talk about that?
I didn't even watch it. Dude was doing quick wind-ups.
Judge hit 2 homers. Did that make it worse? That would be if we were doing our Talkin' Yanks clickbait show. Did Judge hitting 2 homers make it worse?
I mean, stay tuned to MFer. Were you about to say don't double charge me for that?
No. The second you started saying it, then I thought about it.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I wasn't. But it would have been cool, right?
Would have been nice.
Do
Game
we do
3?
game 3? Yeah. Get that out of here. Let's do game 3.
Let's do game 3. Game 3, let's do game 3.
2 Ys, 4 Os as Yamamoto and the Dodgers would try to plunder a sweep versus Yarbrough and the Yanks. Top 1, there's a new alien in Hollywood, E.T. Dominguez, RBI single. It's 1-0 Yanks. Tied up after Yarbrough gives up a Rockwilder to Tommy Redmond, but that's all he'd give up. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run from the funk. Some rice-a-roni from Ben as he hits one to San Francisco, and DJ26 playing a classic. 4 hits and 2 RBI from La Machina. Peraza, pierogies, that's nothing. He hits an RBI single. It's 6-1 Yankees. BP Johnny gives up a pair of yabos, but it's not enough. Yarbrough to Laza to Devin to Netflix and Tim Chill. Yanks salvage the series and win 7-3 final.
Peraza, pierogies, that's nothing.
It's nothing. If you actually think about it, that's nothing.
It's nothing.
That's nothing.
I don't have to think about it.
It's just 2 good noises.
Yeah, I mean, syllables line up and all that.
Like if a 4-year-old says that, that's a story that stays in the family for life.
Perazas, pierogies.
You like this game the best of the 3? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like
Easily for
Loizaga.
me. Easily for me.
I don't like Loizaga.
Right.
I do like Ben Rice's homer was maybe the most well-timed homer of the season.
Oh, nice. I had a top 5.
Because Judge has homered 3 times in the series.
Yeah.
They pitch around him and walk him right before, right?
Yeah. Yamabobo was pretty wild today.
Yeah. They got Judge a lot, but Judge gets on.
Yes.
And they queued it up perfectly in the booth. And we're like, well, you really need someone behind him to make this not something that happens. And I'm like, Rice is protecting Judge? Like all the doubtful thoughts are creeping to my head because of what the first 2 games were.
Right. Dodger fans are, in the nicest way, Dodger fans are seeing Ben Rice after Judge when they see Michael Conforto hitting 8th in their lineup, and they're like, really, Yankees?
Yeah. And
Michael Conforto, the
first pitch splitter.
Best Mets player in a while. Go on.
First pitch splitter, and he smoked it, dude. Like, he didn't just clip that. Like, he smoked that to dead center. Yamamoto had a face on like he was playing in the Juice Ball Game 1. He did. He looked like, what? But yeah, it was a very well-timed home run by Rice, who continues to do this. Like, his stats are going down gradually,
Right.
and maybe that's because he's getting less playing time. I don't know. It's, chicken or egg situation. Everyone plays better. Most people play better when they play every day, and he has been getting less. But he keeps hitting these well-timed homers that just bop him back up to like, okay, need him. And that was a well-timed clobbering.
Yeah, I know. I think Biebs dropped a walk stat with Ben Rice that he'd been walking a lot less, and he walked earlier in that game. So we take. Do you have it? What was the number?
Before today, he had just 4 walks in his last, I think, 95 plate appearances.
So that's like Ben Rice is supposed to be built on plate discipline. Weird way to phrase it. Ravitch had a couple weird ones today. Again, like the broadcast, there was a grounder to Volpe, and he said he's our
shortstop today is Volpe, like in a grounder. I guess it was in the first.
That was interesting.
Did you hear Eduardo pull a classic me?
What did he say?
Started the sentence wrong and just wrote it out.
Oh wow,
it was awesome.
He got hot twice. He got hot a couple times.
Muncy homered and to make it 6-3 or whatever, and he goes, Yankees fans haven't left, and neither have Dodgers fans. You can hear him on that homer.
It's a Norm Macdonald joke.
No, I fucking.
That's good.
I find myself doing that all the time.
What's this one? Was that
I grabbed the
Muncy?
wrong one. I didn't grab his homer.
Okay. Yeah, Ben Rice, if you look at the baseball, like if you did blind baseball savants, which I don't know, maybe that'll be a very nerdy video series we'll do here at some point. It still looks great. I know some of the breaking ball stats are still bad, and I think he was not getting walks and controlling the zone, which that's a big thing. But when he hits it, it goes, man. I mean, his 98th percentile exit velo, like that's special.
Muncy about face.
What's that?
His third in 2 nights and a couple of homers have brought the Dodgers life in this one. It's 6-3.
I mean, the Yankee fans haven't gone anywhere. Nor have the Dodger fans, especially with that home run.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, look at that guy at the end. Show that fan at the end. That was yeah. That's a baseball guy.
He's texting his buddy. Just saw that. I'm the king of doing that. So I'm not knocking him in any way.
Right.
It's just so awesome.
Yeah, Ben Rice good. Dude, Ben Rice and Trent, like I don't know when the conversations are there at, like, we depend on them.
We depend on them. Ben Rice, all of his slash line went down from April to May.
Checks out.
Yeah. So did Judge's. Nope. Judge's slugging went up. Oy matey.
2 homers in that second game.
Don't remember it.
We talked about it.
It was so bad. I hated it.
What else needs to be talked about from I'm thinking DJ could come up in a little bit. I guess we've talked lasagna a lot, so we're not going to talk him more. Just be better.
Yeah. I thought his pitch sequencing to Muncy and that at bat was way too predictable. Like he threw a he threw a changeup. Muncy fouled it off. So then he threw a high fastball because Muncy was kind of on the changeup. So I think they're like, okay, let's try to get him off the changeup. Throws the high fastball. It was way too high. Like just missed his spot, I guess, or just it was trying to change the eye level. Then he came back. If I am correct, I kind of forget. Then he came back with a changeup that he spiked in the dirt. And both those pitches to Muncy, they're not changing his eye level or changing anything because they're so poor. He's not putting them into his brain. Then the next pitch is the same changeup he fouled off that you were trying to get him off the scent of by changing the eye line. But they were such bad waste pitches, or setup pitches that they didn't factor in. And then he throw a changeup and he fucking clobbers it.
Yeah.
But he also just doesn't have a lot for lefties right now. Like he needs to throw that curve in, or they need to teach him a cutter high, like they had to teach Clark, and Weave. He doesn't really have much for lefties right now.
Yeah. I mean, he's healthy, we think. I'd like the goatee to be tightened up a little bit. And yeah, I need to see more of Johnny. That's where we did this a few episodes ago, that you, talent-wise and history when he's on the mound, that you're all in on Johnny. I need to see it from him a little more.
Yeah, you like him more than me.
Before this season, but the last few episodes we've been like, we were doing bullpen hierarchy, and you had Johnny as like your 2.
Well, I don't trust a lot of them.
I know.
It's more that.
I know.
It's Weave, Devin when he's got a fastball, and that's it.
Right. Sharky lighter.
Sharky, no.
Yeah, he left a bad taste, but he was hurt. Before that, he was cruising, you could say. Huh?
Sharky, I have to see him go through the league twice. I've said that a couple times.
Right.
All right, you want to do awards?
Let's do Pride of the Yankees. It's brought to you by DraftKings. Use code YANKS when you sign up with the DraftKings Sportsbook.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me.
Where are you going, Hank?
I'm going to a guy who's been on the list for available to get prides a lot. And last week I chose not to give it to him because I said I can't treat you like you're special and you just do something average. And I'm like, ooh, how about this guy? He's not supposed to be doing this, so I got to treat you normal.
Right.
And now only one starting pitcher handled the Dodgers and saved the series.
Okay.
And that was Yarbrough. So he's my pride.
We're going to have to get our socials team on the, I saw the picture of us at spring training interviewing Ryan Yarbrough, just in my pictures. But yeah, we did an interview with him 5.5 years ago. Probably weird.
I liked him.
The funk. That's what he talked about.
He it's bizarre what his changeup's really good. They showed for a split second he changed his grip, and I like that. Coney had a little segment, but they had to run through it really fast. He had them so off balance. He was hitting his spots, and the Dodgers are very, very good. So he gets through them one time, and someone was texting us like, "Oh, this would be wild if we beat Yamamoto and Yarbrough shuts him down." I'm like, hold up, like you still got to get through him twice.
Right.
There's still a lot left, and then he did. Like his final line was awesome.
Yeah.
His swing and miss was crazy high. 6 innings pitched. No walks, Jake.
Against the Dodgers. We love that. Yeah, and a good, again, more compliments to the Espen booth. Like at one point they were laughing because they did the whole, he's an outlier. Oh, that was another Eduardo line. They got Jamie Moyer's watching at home, probably like, I wasn't an outlier. And I was just like, what is this, a Tim Robinson sketch? What's going on, Eduardo? A comment I did like from them, they were like, dude, even the foul balls are weak contact tonight, which that's nothing, but it's something. It's what he does. And yeah, I don't know if the velo era of baseball is helping him a little bit. I also think he's locked in, man. There's not a lot of pitches in the middle. And if they are, it's usually because it's it's a sidearm 70-mile-per-hour sweeper. Like, you saw Shohei, get out of the way of a strike. And this is the man who, look at some of the balls Shohei hits. He's hit balls a foot inside, and he's hit balls a foot outside of the plate for home runs that, Yarbrough's dealing. And I also think future baseball that we live in now and exit velo and find your pitch. Well, I think Yarbrough's a step ahead. Oh my God.
A step ahead of
the hitters.
Oh.
I think, okay, in his last Shohei at bat, I think it was his last one. He threw a good breaking ball, and then he was going to throw a fastball. It was time to throw a fastball. I was with him. I was on the couch watching. I was like, okay, he's going to go fastball, but you got to be careful to Shohei, because even if it's inside, he can hit that for a long home run. He went inside. And Shohei swung at it, and I believe he grounded it out. That it was just it was really smart pitching, because he was like, hey, this is a fastball inside here. Shohei might be on that, so I'm going to go even further inside. He'll see the fastball, but it's 86 and has run to it. He looks good, man.
He looks really good. We heard in the offseason the Yankees were going to get him. We heard rumors that the Yankees were really hot on Yarbrough, really wanted him. And then Cashman came out when pitchers went down and had a quote it's really hard to get guys to sign here because they didn't think there was going to be openings.
Right.
Because we had a lot of starting pitchers. So it's just kid detective for me, but he probably chose Blue Jays over that because he thought there was an easier line to starting or longer outings. Didn't make the Blue Jays, comes the Yankees, and he said he was very intrigued by what the Yankees have to offer in their pitching and what they've been doing to guys. So he's my pride. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I was hoping you didn't take him because I want to take him, but
well, now you got to take someone else. Nature of the beast.
Snape, Severus Snape. Did he make me proud? He might be closer to Averex than Pride.
3-minute interview again for that guy.
I'm going to go, kind of want to go Pablo just to see you go full LaGreca. Let's go. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll do Ben Rice. I'll be high and tight. You talked about a lot of the proud part of it. But the home run today, 1-1 game, walk Judge. If that's a double play ball, shoulders go down. Could be sad. Instead he homers. And I don't know, Ben Rice makes me a little proud. Real loser stuff here. He didn't run super hard on his last ground ball out to second base, and I was a little proud for him. Ben, you're good,
Do you
Pa.
think he deserved it?
You're good, Pa.
Put your shoulders up.
You don't have to.
He went 3 for 7, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and a homer. That was an impactful homer, I thought. 2-run homer.
Early lead in this game that if this was a sweep, we might not even be doing a standard episode. It could be State of the Union. Got on base more than half the time this series. That's good.
That is good. And it's good to be good.
What do we do now?
You Yankee
Dude, is it really rude to give it to young William Warren? You're over here. You're sad for him.
I'm sad for him. I think it's a necessity.
I'm just scratching and searching. Hedrick pitched bad.
What was that giggle?
I mean, Loizaga pitched bad. 2 games.
He did.
No, for record keeping, I'll give it to young William Warren, but we already talked about it. High and tight, we're out.
H&T. I'll do Johnny. Because of the
Yeah, I mean, 2 outings in a row where you're going the opposite way.
and like if he comes in and he's good in game 1, we don't care about the game 2 blowout at all. We laugh at it.
Yeah. Haha.
Instead of all those dark, dreary thoughts you've been having for 2 days, we would have just
Instead-
laughed at it.
Instead, they laughed.
They laughed.
I'll go, sometimes my son James, I'll say, ha ha ha. And he'll say, no, me ha ha ha.
Yeah. I've gotten one of those from him. Doesn't feel good.
He doesn't. He doesn't let you laugh. He's like, no, me ha ha ha.
Yeah.
And he laughs.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Johnny. He let the Dodgers steal the laugh.
Good for them. I'm happy for them.
Regular old awards. Oh, brought to you by Cushy Dream.
What are they, like the best legal cannabis in the game? THC products that ship directly to you. Everyone loves their gummies. You know we do. If you haven't seen our JJTV channel, a lot of gummy content over there. They've got flower. They've got different sizes. Sativa, indica, hybrid, whatever you're looking for, they got it. And I like this. Take 20% off the D9 gummies. Great. That's awesome. Smokable THCA flower. Perfect. And the entire store. I like that they list a couple items before they say the entire store. I really do like that.
It's everything else too.
Everything else too. Like that stuff's great. Code JOHNBOY at checkout. 20% off with Cushy Dreams. Go check them out.
Regular awards. Regular old awards, regular old awards. Hey now, it's a regular old award.
Hey now.
Awards, they're regular. I'm gonna go with the We're Cool, but What Gives award.
I'm going to assume you're giving it to Max Fried.
No. Wrong, loser.
Doesn't count. You didn't do the sports theme. So next.
That is. How is that not sports?
No, none of it's attached to sports.
It's it goes to Goldy
Okay.
because he had a bad series.
Oh.
And what gives? You're having a great season,
Mm.
and you're supposed to be a Dodger crusher. And why didn't you stretch on that call, on that double play ball?
Mm.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Why didn't he go get that ball?
Trying to motivate the fellas, you know?
Warren really could use that. I don't know if you have the video, Beebs. It's people want to see it. Maybe Slack it to you. It's the double play that got overturned, and like Goldie didn't reach out at all, which is odd.
And you're thinking Will Warren would have liked that.
I think he would have really loved the out there, the second out, which would have been like easy to get had he stretched at all. I just slacked it to you.
I think they're trying
So
to
again, like we're cool. I'm not mad, but what gives?
we're cool. I'm not mad. What gives?
I can excuse not hitting because you've been hitting so much, so that's fine. The first base thing, I was like, if like to be honest, if Rizzo did that last year, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Right.
But Goldie's earned a lot of trust. He's good.
Yeah,
But-
it's kind of a little bit the Rizzo demoralizer we used to talk about, but instead, it's bad. It's a bad.
It's
thing.
like he doesn't go get it at all.
I think he was already broken because that was the second inning, right? So
Second inning, 4-0 Dodgers at that point.
yeah, I think you want Warren to bathe in it a little more.
Okay.
4-0 at that
Okay.
point.
That's all. I just wanted to talk about it,
Yeah,
and I don't see any more.
yeah, and don't let it happen again, pal.
Well, I oughta.
This is more of a second award, so should I save it?
No.
I'm gonna give out the Ghost Game Award.
Ghost game. What you gonna say? It's a ghost game. Judge?
No,
I don't really. No. I take it back. I forgot
You
to.
fully guessed. Just
No, but I fully take it back as well.
fully guessed. I already said.
I
no.
forgot that you said
guessed
this
the
was the
name.
second
I
award.
said no.
That was more of thinking out loud. I'm being serious.
I know you are, but.
I was more so thinking out loud.
All right, Ace. What do you got?
I'm Bellinger.
Yes, but you get no points.
No, come on, Beeves. Come on.
Why is it?
It's a half point.
What?
Why is it?
He was a ghost. He didn't get to swing today.
He had a ghost game today.
Yeah.
He came in for Dominguez, hit by pitch on the shin, which was hilarious. I shouldn't say it was hilarious. He handled in hilarious fashion. He smiled the whole time. The pure look of a happy what the fuck. I'm over here on the bench. I should be starting every game. I'm having like a great season, but we're juggling Trent Grisham and Ben Rice. Like, do they know what I get paid? I'm playing against my former team. I'm from the area. Okay, I'm coming in for Dominguez. Pinch hit, slider off the shin, walks down to first. He's laughing it up with Freddie. And then did he get intentionally walked or just walked later?
I think it was just a walk.
But yeah, he didn't get to participate in the game. He had a ghost game today.
Ghost game. Did he make any plays in the field?
Ghost game.
Now, the first two guys we gave awards to, Jake,
Yeah. We screwed up.
the additions,
We screwed up so bad.
yeah, it's our show. We do what we want.
Well, there's a few other guys who really deserve to be talked about.
Do they or don't they? Well, anyway, the K percentage on talk better, Jimmy. Spit it out.
I'd like to put in an amnesty. I don't think Max Fried can get an award.
That's fine.
Yeah. He's been pitching great. He pitched good for a handful. And then he got hit by the Dodgers. And he's been great this year. So I think Max Fried's off the table.
Goldy and Belly have the lowest K percentage on the team by far through the first 2 months. Goldie's is 15%. Belly's is 17.
Hmm.
The next highest name that you care about is 21, Trent Grisham.
21.
The names I skipped were Oswaldo and your beat,
All right.
which is cool that like our additions are making the lineup more dynamic, making the lineup more dynamic.
Dude, I've had a couple jersey ones today that I was wondering if you were going to call me out on. I'm not sure what that is.
It's June 1st.
It's June 1st. Yankees, Dodgers. I guess against the Dodger fans, you kind of have to go a little more Jersey.
Jersey.
Well, wouldn't you go more New York?
You need to bring out a little Jersey side.
What I thought I did was just my speech impediment.
Oh.
And then you called it a Jersey accent. So it feels like you're being rude.
I mean, I was talking about myself. It feels like you're now delaying your second award.
No, I didn't know if we got all the belly thoughts out.
That's first lie of the show. Because you're still doing it.
Go. What's that?
I'm gonna go. That's procrastination. That's 101. That's 101. Yeah. And that face, that's 102.
You're a lefty.
Oh man. Jason. Yeah.
Kid's a lefty.
Right.
And then he's wearing his oven mitt on his right hand as if he's a righty, and he hurts his left hand. Quit the bullshitting. You're lefty.
Right.
Pablo Reyes is a better right-handed hitter than you are, per the stats. And he doesn't play at all. At all. I haven't seen him. And you're getting righty at bats. There might not be a righty who has worse numbers than Dominguez in the league, and that's an honest guess. Maybe he's bottom 5 of like 300 righties that have gotten 20 plate appearances. And then put your oven mitt on your left hand. You throw with your left hand. You bat lefty.
Throws righty.
That's true.
Yeah. I know.
So maybe that's why he puts the glove on his right hand. Just to even out the cold and warmth of it all. Like one hand is like, hey, dude, I was covered up in the field. I'd love to enjoy the air.
The player named the alien that has a stylish, swaggy sliding glove, like you mentioned. He gets on base. He puts on the first one himself. Then the first base coach has to come over and put the second one on. He's like a surgeon getting ready to go on the field. Come on. I need a double sliding glove.
Someone said in the chat that Volpe wears 2.
I don't think so. He wears the 1.
I feel like I would notice that too.
I mean, I have to tell the people, double sliding glove, a little insane, a little nutty.
The whole thing's stupid.
If there's a fight on the field, you're incapacitated.
Does anyone wear their sliding glove on the right hand only? Because when you slide into second, it's always the left hand that reaches first because you're sliding to the outside part of the bag.
I thought it just it only gets worn on left hands regardless of your handedness.
Do we have to do detective work on this?
Doesn't seem like something you'd be into, looking up every player's sliding glove.
Mostly just like, what if Dominguez doesn't wear it? Does he like rotate the hands?
Right.
Like I got to go find every time he's been on base. Okay, Ryan Cunningham in the chat says Judge wears 2, and then someone else said Soto wears 2. But it could just be liars.
It's crazy. We watch a lot of baseball. Double sliding glove? You want to be able to get the second one on by yourself.
Well, sometimes I can't get the first one on. First base helps. Oh, wait, dude. I got a picture of Trey Turner wearing 2.
Okay. See, this is one of the best base runners in the game.
It looks ridiculous.
Baseball's a ridiculous sport. That's kind of the whole thing.
I'll slack it to you.
Okay. I think for my final award, I think I'm going with the Kid Brothers One Friend You Don't Mess With.
Kid Brothers, One Friend You Don't Mess With. Kid Brothers, One Friend You Don't Mess With. PR's gotten a lot of chatter already.
Yeah.
You're not giving him an award, right?
Come on. Is that your guess?
Pierogi?
No, Jim. Right now, the Dodgers are big brother in us a little bit.
Oh, okay.
There's one cat they don't mess with. Judge showed up this weekend, man. First at bat homer, 2-homer in the loser bowl game. Dude, that diving catch he made. We haven't talked about that. That was a great play.
I agree.
That ball he got for Yarbrough today down the right field line, he turned on the Jets there. A little basket catch. Remind me of Will Mays. Who is the little... Your brother had a little... Your baby bro Luke, birthed like a horse. He had one friend that you didn't mess with. The kid who went on to play pro football.
Oh, Ben Mason.
See?
I think he's still with the not Vikings.
Because when Luke's friends used to come over, you'd pull pranks, you'd put it down their pants.
I was like, I didn't do any of that.
I couldn't get that one out. I don't know. But he was a football guy, so you wouldn't pull a prank on Ben Mason. Dodger fans aren't going to pull pranks on Judge. They're just making fun of all of his friends.
Ben Mason. Now I knew him when he was a kid.
Right.
Picture a baby eating baby food.
Okay, got it.
And what the mess they make on their face and shirt. Ben Mason was messier as a 12-year-old boy.
Wow.
He'd leave our dinner table and it'd be like, what the shit happened?
Nice.
You'd think there was a food fight.
I've got a little bit of that.
Just 1 foot from his. Well, you have the shakes.
Okay. Sometimes I'll be at a restaurant for like 10 minutes and I'll look at my area of the table and I am shocked at what's happened over there.
Why do you think that is?
Shaky. Let's wrap up the show with BetterHelp. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. And hey, let's face it, there's a lot of pressure out there, folks, to keep it all together. 6 million men in the U.S. suffering from depression every year, often undiagnosed. It's okay to struggle. We all do. Strength comes from opening up about what you're carrying and talking about it. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. It's convenient, too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Yanks. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Yanks.
BetterHelp. I did have some people have been worse than Dominguez as righty.
Okay.
Peraza.
Jim, I was trying to cook up on the Do These Stats Matter section, and those stats can get a little butter knifey, and Kirk Ginny is the word I use. One of them was just Oswald Peraza's hitting 155. And it got me real good.
With a 237 on base and a 321 slug.
Makes me mad, man.
So his slug is better than righty Dominguez.
Okay. Why didn't we talk about DJ? Fear?
Fear. Avarex. Hurting people's feelings.
Right.
All the people that wanted us to talk about him a ton, I didn't want to yuck their yum.
Like people are wondering why he didn't get pride. 4-hit game.
Exactly.
Winning game.
I want the people that feel that way to continue to feel that way. Because that's a good feeling.
Right. It's we're not bought in. We're not bought in.
No, and you know what? I spent like the whole game butter knifing his stats.
Well, I mean, today was huge because he has limited action. So, like, 239 batting average, 314 on base.
No.
I know.
What if I told you?
All right. What If I told you.
Since May 24th.
Okay. Oh.
His slash line. 292 batting average.
Yep.
333 on base. 333 slug. 667 OPS. What have I told you that?
That counts the double today.
Yeah, it counts the double today.
Need to see a little more.
Now, what if I told you
Right.
in that stretch he's played 6 games and every hit comes in 2 of them?
Right.
You'd just be like, sniff test.
Can I tell you what you can do as a good joke? And I guess you can do it to me at some point, like maybe pocket it for like August or September. If you did that whole thing and then you just said, what if I told you that's all a lie?
I'll do that.
I was set up pretty good, yeah. I thought you were going there, and I was like, oh, he got me. I don't know why. I was like, damn, that was a really good setup.
All right, no, but in his last 7 games,
Right.
292 batting average
Right.
now
Right.
with a 333 on base percentage. But he only has a hit. There's 5 hitless games. It's like, wait, so okay. The best butter knife just includes 2 games.
I would like to say one thing from today's game to get away from DJ because we were scared to talk about him today. The at-bats were really good today. Like, everyone was having good at-bats and fouling off Yamamoto a ton. Like,
Yeah.
the at-bats were really good today.
Yama have nothing, oh. If you're going out to dinner at a restaurant but you're not hungry.
Crazy. And he was pitching a little more motivated, you know? Yankees, Sunday Night Baseball? Guess not.
Yeah.
Yama Slow-Mo. That's the other guy.
I mean, they got the Freed.
What? We agreed he's amnestied from the rest of this episode.
We did.
Yeah.
Only other guy I didn't mention, J.C. Escar did not play.
Yeah. Austin Wells had a good series. We probably should have talked about him.
Yeah.
Let's see more of him.
I need more thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Do another good series.
Okay. That's the show.
And we're kind of scared to talk about Trent, if we're being honest.
I'm not talking about him.
He hit second.
Watch me. Who was I? What did I just do?
That was Trent Grisham catching the last ball of the game.
Every ball.
Every ball.
As if his brain suddenly told him, hand up. He looks like someone walking down the street and someone yells, hand up, and you like do it. And you're like, oh, shit, he wasn't talking to me. But in the middle of doing it, you catch a ball.
If he did it, next time we get Trent, if he did that with a little more vigor, it'd kind of be cool. It'd kind of be like a snake.
I think it's very cool.
I mean, he's the king of cool. Senor Sleep.
All right, love you guys. Go Yanks. Tom Grams.
Go Yankees.